Spears and Steinberg.
You know what the fuck it is?
Aries and Andy, Chew and the Jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut cocaine. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Fuck being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Subscribe, we lit.
There's levels to this shit. Before you was sucking on your mama's tit.
Aries Spears don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism,
Sexism,
much love to my loyal bitch bag holders.
rollers, clip loaders.
We got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah.
We're doing this from the green room at the Addison
Improv. It's Dallas area.
Dallas area. But we in Texas, where everything's bigger, including my cock.
So it can't get bigger. So does it mean all the women are smaller?
No, because the bitches match the dick.
Yeah, so they're smaller so that your dick can be bigger.
No, they're bigger, and my dick is bigger. Everything is big.
So the vaginas are bigger?
Yes.
Ooh.
L realist. I understand. What's good, my guys? Your boy Obi have finally gotten an email back in rotation. You know what? I got a feeling, I don't want to call it, I hope I don't jinx it, but these chairs we're sitting in, the way I feel upright physically, I don't think there'll be a Louis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think my body position right now feels like this is the perfect sleep for Louis.
Well, this is also the first podcast we're doing today.
Yes.
So Louis usually arrives at the second podcast,
which is the emails.
Yeah,
but we're doing the reverse.
Yeah, we're doing the emails first.
But he's snoring right now.
Yeah.
All right.
It could happen.
Hopefully it reaches you. This shit is crazy on multiple levels, but I get it. I was 21 when Look Hollywood, I'm Smiling came out. Me and my ninjas loved you based off your appearance on Shaq All-Star Comedy Jam. When we see a particular part of your music video, we was like, this Ninja Aries is crazy, and kept it pushing. It took me a minute to figure out that Ninja was code for niggas in the social media world.
It's been used as jokes, too, on jokes.
Okay.
They say ninjas.
Okay. I didn't know. At first, when people go, yo, my ninjas, what the fuck you calling me a ninja for? But, yeah.
Because you can't see that racism coming.
Right. But ironically, the ninjas wear what color?
Black.
There you go.
That's why you don't see them coming, too.
Right. You can't see niggas coming when they mug you. This Ninja Aries is crazy. Keep pushing. I didn't and still don't think you're gay. You talk about Gemma too much to be gay. As far as the skit, while I don't agree with the setup, I get that your intentions were genuine. Fuck all these robots online trying to tear you down. Ugly bitches calling you ugly. Dudes taking up for Lizzo. That's disgusting in my opinion. It's like Patrice O'Neal said, social media has messed up the game. Nobody's have unwarranted access to celebrities. Legally, I agree with the silence. But personally, I would be going to war with these assholes, right or wrong. I'm not letting just anyone talk crazy to me. Now we're trying to push the narrative. Now they're trying to push the narrative that you're gay based off the music video. I am beyond sick of these times we're living in. But it is what it is. Keep y'all head up and try to stay positive. On another note, Jay-Z was big in New York in the 90s. I was young at the time, but Ninjas was bumping Jay like that down here until maybe The Blueprint. He is a better rapper lyrically than Pac, but Jay-Z don't have too many Dear Mamas, Keep Your Heads Up, or Smile. I understand the bias, though, but you can't compare 90s Jay-Z to Pac. Sorry for the long email. Before we dive back into the Tupac verse Jay-Z debate.
I don't like these chairs, man.
You don't?
They're all right. I'm just not. I'm used to our office chairs in the hotel rooms.
It feels too relaxed.
It feels. I don't know. Like I don't like the arms.
Really?
Yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to say before we get back into that, I still disagree with Andy, but a lot of people took Andy's side and said that Pac is bigger than Jay. But before we get into that,
I didn't say bigger. I said at that time he was bigger.
Well, let's wait.
Okay.
But let me address this real quick. Listen, man. I'm not that it's a lesson to be learned, but I definitely take some peace in not saying anything because I realize how, I think the word is futile. I don't know the meaning, but I'm pretty sure that's the word. Futile. Can you look that up while I'm talking?
Yeah, but I mean, you want the definition?
Yes. So am I using it right?
It's something without purpose. It just continues.
Right. I think it's futile for me to wage a war with every single person that's got something to say about me, because it's like, at this point, what's the point? What's the fucking point? I'm arguing with a bunch of nobodies. You know, I'm accepting the love and the support that I'm getting, and it feels good, and it's encouraging, and it's nice to know that as many people out there that are trying to knock me off my shit, there are a lot of people who are willing to uphold me and catch me and put me back where they feel I've always belonged.
But that being said, you're not even arguing with people. These are fake burner accounts. Hardly anyone has the real name or the real profile.
But a lot of them also do have their real name and profile. But either or, it's just pointless. Because here's the thing. As far as the skit where I kissed the dude, listen, and I got so many, especially black dudes, you know, again, black dudes with the homophobia. Man, that shit gay, nigga. What's up with that? You need to explain yourself. You're not my mother. You niggas are not my you ninjas are not my mother and father. I don't owe you a motherfucking explanation. I don't owe you shit. And I'm not ashamed of what I did, because contextually, it's within a skit that I did for my Showtime special, Hollywood Look, I'm Smiling. The whole point of the camera, Big Bugger Boogaloo, was it was talking about homosexuality and rap. And at that particular time, when I shot it, that was something that was starting to come about. The energy was, look, is there homosexuality in rap? Is there not? There's always been homosexuality in every art form of entertainment. But in hip hop, that's so taboo that I wanted to make a comedic, bring some comedic light to the conversation. So it was a character. So, of course, listen, and if you gay, so the fuck what? Be happy. Live your fucking life. I don't give a fuck. Much love to our gay brothers and sisters. Ain't my thing. But in terms of the art, the comedy, the context, what it was, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not running from it. Yes, it is what it is. It's super old. So what? Grow up, niggas. Grow the fuck up. I don't care. It's not even a question that needs to be answered, but I'll answer it. I'm a full-on hetero, nigga. I bleed hetero, nigga. I love me some pussy. Pussy, pussy, pussy. If they made a fragrance, I'd wear it. Nigga, you smell, what is that? That's pussy, nigga. Nigga, you smell a certain way. Yes, nigga, I love me some pussy.
But that's the other thing. Everything that comes out in these clips, they're trying to cut them in a way. The Lizzo clip, that was cut down in a way to make you seem even more like an asshole.
Because, you know, I made fun of myself.
And they cut that out.
Right.
And then this clip, it doesn't show the context of what you're talking about, the purpose of that was. And all these clips, man, they're coming out now because people want to find them, but they were out before. But these are old-ass clips.
And, you know, everybody, especially when the drama hits, everybody's a fucking, you know, blogger, journalist. These are all a bunch of people riding this fucking wave going, now's my chance to be heard and seen. Here's my fucking opinion. You know, it's like at the end of the day, like he said, the one thing that pissed me off was the art of dialogue, which I told the dude, man, I'll never do your fucking show again. This motherfucker cut this clip together to make it seem like, oh no, pardon me. It wasn't the art of dialogue on. I got a problem with the art of dialogue because of how they just put that picture out there and put the headline out there like this is just me on some homosexual shit. When again, contextually, they didn't say what it really was. But there was another clip where somebody put something out and goes, Aries Spears gets emotional as he describes his career being over. And it was like, dude, y'all cut that out of context. I wasn't boo-hooing because I went, oh my God, my career, what am I gonna do? I was emotional because of the email I read from my mother, how her words touched me, to know that if there's nobody in your corner, dear mama, Tupac, nigga. And that's why I'm saying you felt Pac. When I read that email, it was like Pac was speaking to me. I wanted to hug my mother because that's if nobody else is in your fucking corner, your mama got you. So they took that moment and spliced it with the headline like I'm sitting there going, my fucking career, I'm going to be eating out of a dumpster. Oh, my God. Get the fuck out of here, man. So that's what that was about. So, again, dude, to each his own. Much love to the gay community. Do your thing. It's your business. But I know who I am. I know what I like. You know, and you know, I like that camel toe, nigga. I'm all about that camel toe, baby.
Dude, I just think it's funny, though. If anybody wanted to, if anybody desired to, all you got to do is look up the clip. They're all online. Everything that's come out has been for general public consumption. They were all skits. Everything's out there.
Right.
And so you got people cutting up trying to make someone look guilty because it fits their agenda or what they want to have happen. Do yourself a little favor. Don't scroll to the first thing that you see. Scroll down some more. See if you can find out when it originally came out. All this shit is old. It's been out there. Everything that's come up has already been out there. It wasn't hidden. It wasn't trying to be off. This was out there. It's been out there. You're being lied to, man.
Yeah, man. These snakes, boys, some motherfucking wow.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said lied. You're being manipulated.
There you go. That's a good one. I'm lied to, too.
Yeah, some of it's lies, but when they cut a video down to make you feel a certain way, that's
Right.
manipulation.
Yes.
Everything was said, but it wasn't said in that order.
Right, right.
They're manipulating you.
Dun, 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 dun. Tears in the bathtub. Coach K, read any of this as Jeff Goldblum. Coach, when I originally read this, I went, no, I'm not going to read this as Jeff Goldblum because you see a couple good things here, and I don't want it to take away from the shine and the wetness from the water out of your tub. Andreas, GTA 3000, and Aries the Animal Steel. Before you read, now see, here we go. Steve, again, for this first part, give me some, what'd you call that music? That coast music, that harp.
Oh,
Angelic.
I guess.
Yeah, you don't remember. Give me the angelic music, Steve, as I read this first part, because anytime Kolsch says certain things, and I know he means them to be deep and poignant, I just can't help but feel like I'm in the bathtub with him. So you gay shit, nigga. What you bubbling with another nigga? Bubbles. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Before you read, both of you take a deep breath. Inhale all the aroma. Exhale the bullshit. Feel the cool breeze up your ass crack. All right, Steve, now you can cut it off. What would you smell if you were constantly surrounded by one aroma aside from your normal scent that you and everyone else could smell? Pussy cologne.
I have an answer for mine.
What is it?
Sandstone.
Sandstone. That's a real thing?
Sandstone. It's stones from the bottom of the ocean, and it has the smell of sand and ocean, and I think it smells. That's very peaceful scent to me.
Coast would know because he's the nightclub doorman at the gay club in the sea. So that's how you get in. You give him a couple of sandstones, and he lets you in.
He lets you in?
Yeah.
I mean, so do you have one of those Gwyneth Paltrow pussy candles?
Me?
Yeah. Or do you think you can smell the difference between white pussy and black pussy?
Yes. Yes. Black pussy smells like cocoa butter and pink oil moisturizer and hot comb. And white pussy smells like the inside of an Ugg boot.
A clean Ugg boot or one that's been worn?
One that's been all through an airport all day.
Because there was this article, it was a long time ago, but when Britney Spears was like her Britneyest,
right?
She was on a flight and she took off her Ugg boots. She doesn't wear socks with them. And
she's so trashy looking, dude.
Sweat gets in there, and they had to ask her to put them back on because the smell was killing everything.
Dude, I've seen a couple pictures of her, and she just looks like gas station bathroom dirty. Like, listen, I know she's from, I think, the South. She's a little dirty, trashy piece of, woof. Now, who's going to come after me now for that one? Who's going to come? All the methamphetamine Southern heads.
You know, she has her fans. I mean, she's
not as poignant as not poignant, but she's not as popular as she used to be, right?
She's still popular right now. So I mean, she got her life back. She got she's in charge of her life again.
Right.
Got it back from her dad. And you know, that's who she always looked like that. She's always that girl. She's this is it. When you see those girls when they're really young and they're cute.
Right.
They don't grow up always to be cute.
Well, I don't even think it's that. I think you just said it. You just said two things. That she's always been that. That's who she really is at her core.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're a big star, they pamper you up, they doll you up. So the public was manipulated. Like you said, you've been manipulated, you've been lied to. She's always been that, type of chick in her roots. But she was glamored up because she was a star.
Yeah, she's the girl. Yeah, we know who she is.
Right. Now, I love this part. Your thoughts on this Patrice statement, which he exposed on an episode of the Black Phillip Show. Patrice says, women have to like you to sleep with you. Men have to like you to sleep with you again. This is why Patrice was the shit. Like, I read that and went, yo, yeah. Men have to like you to sleep with you again. I've never heard that put that way. I remember Corey Holcomb once said, ladies, the difference between men and women is we sleep with bitches we don't give a fuck about. Y'all sleep with dudes when y'all cheat that you really like. So yeah, but I like that. That was yeah. He elaborates by saying, to be quite honest, if I hate you, I'm going to fuck you better. The fact is, my hatred leads to more of your love. Because I'm going to do it well as I have no regard.
Yeah, and I was just going to say that. That's the thing. I'd rather, if I'm going to sleep with someone just because I'm sleeping with them, I don't want to like them.
Right.
Because I'm not going to question anything I'm doing.
Right.
Because I don't, I'm doing it because I want to be doing it, not because I care about their how it's working for them. Because I'm not connected that way. Like, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, when's the best sex? When you after an argument, because you have that extra in you. You know that they always talk about makeup sex is the best sex. That's because you have that in you.
Yeah, I don't never fuck with anger though. You know what I mean? You
never try to get your point across in sex.
No, because what point is there to get off? I mean,
it's just there's a disregard, and there's something about that. As sex as a whole, when you just have sex, when it's not about love or passion or feelings, that's the best. I'm sorry, it's the best sex because it's fucking. It goes down to that core, that more animalistic type of sex. Versus, I have an emotional connection to you, and I have to look at you in a different way.
Emotional connection, when you actually are having sex with a woman that you care about, that's a different good feeling than just fucking for sport, which is still a good feeling. But, sport fucking is just as incredible as emotional connection fucking. But emotional connection fucking, let me not say that. There is a better, not by much, but by a step above. Because sometimes you do, it's nice to fuck someone that you love and loves you back.
Yeah, but that's and as Patrice said, that's the sex that you want to have again because that connection. Right. But there is something about having sex so dirty that you don't even want to look, that you almost feel guilty looking at that person again. That's good sex.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with two people agreeing that they're just fucking.
Okay, don't turn around. Let's do it, missionary. No. I don't like the face. Please, just turn. No, doggy style and on your side. Those are your only choices. It's my house. Folks, you've got to see this boy's life. Oh, my God. Dude, when you think of De Niro, almost what always comes to mind is the gangster flicks. Casino, Goodfellas, even though he wasn't the tough guy in Bronx Tale, it's still based in Italian culture, mafioso shit. This boy's life is one of the greatest, underrated, not given enough credit De Niro performances ever. Him and Leonardo DiCaprio and Ellen Barkin, man, the way he fucks with Leonardo, dude, doggy style or on your side. Those are your only choices. Yeah. You talking about that kind of angry sex?
Something that you both agree is sex can be very rewarding.
Let me ask you something. If you was having sex with Tara and then all of a sudden you did that impression and you slammed her face to the pillow and said, doggy style or on your side. Those are your only choices. Do you think you could actually say that whole thing without laughing?
No. No, I definitely laugh.
Okay.
Don't forget, who is it? Is it one of the Wayans that did the joke about when you have sex with your wife, that good sex that there's like panties on the fan and you can't look at each other the next day?
That's movie shit to me. Was that a joke?
Yeah, it wasn't a joke, but it's true though. There is, to keep your relationship hot, to keep it spicy, you gotta have some of that sex sometimes where it's just raw.
I think to keep your relationship hot and spicy, for a dude, you got to have side pussy.
Well, maybe you just haven't had someone that will fuck you like you.
I want to meet that bitch.
Yeah.
Gemma, where are you?
Maybe it's not about just that look. Maybe there's more to it than that.
Devin Johnson, Comedy Roast. Hey, Aries and Andy. It's been a while since I sent an email. I was waiting to hear Aries say he is practicing to go to a comedy roast. There once was a comedy roast show that sums up everything Aries been doing since I last wrote to the podcast. Anyway, Andy, your career seems to be flowing smoothly, as I heard that you will be in London or somewhere close. Keep playing Mario Brothers with your comedy and stay hopping on solid ground. The same with you, Aries. Even though you might feel like you are in the bonus round and you went down the green pipe, you know always another green pipe to get you back to the level you were on in Mario Brothers. Okay, so I'm glad you both are getting more attention. Thanks for the podcast. Oh, I used the Mario Brothers video game to...
That's because he's from our generation then.
Okay, but yeah, okay, I guess I see it. Right now, I'm at that do-do-do-do-do-do phase. I'll be glad when I get to that did-it-did-did-it-did. Okay. Chris, What is a Woman by McKeel North. What is a woman? What up, ANA? My name is McKeel North, pronounced Michael. Oh, shit. Michael North. I'm a long-time listener and first-time emailer. I'm an aspiring actor who just moved to Los Angeles from Tucson, Arizona, and I drive for Lyft full-time to pay the bills. You guys are easily what gets me through the day and even turn. My whole day around when it's not going my way, so I want to thank you both. Oh, wait. You guys are easily what gets me through my day and even turn. Even, I think you meant to say even turn around. Okay. $10, a lot of money. My whole day when it's not going my way. So I want to thank you both for what you do. Both with all that out the way, I wanted to recommend a documentary for you guys to check out entitled, What is a Woman? It follows Matt Walsh, who is a representative of right-wing media and beliefs, who travels across the country and even to Africa to get answers on what exactly it means to be a woman. He interviews scientists, doctors, other medical professionals, as well as people in the transgender community. Whether you agree or disagree with the LGBTQ plus ideals or not, I do believe this is a very important documentary and is worth a watch. I attached a link so you can watch it via YouTube so you wouldn't have to subscribe to anything. Would love to hear what you guys think. Peace. Yeah, I'd love to check that out, man.
There's clips on it.
You've seen it?
I've seen some clips, yeah. It's definitely worth. I didn't know that it was a full doc. I'd like to see it.
So will you be checking it out?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll check it out too. Depending on how that goes, that might be time to throw the vagina symbol in the air and get Kyla on that one. Depending on how in-depth it is about being a woman. So yeah, we'll check that out, brother. What is a woman? Someone that don't have a You know what song that is, right? From
That's the
More Than a Woman.
Yeah.
What is a woman? Someone without a cock. No. It was a Ricky Gervais moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to take it somewhere.
I took it there.
It's only this one. Drop some more.
Oh, I don't have any more.
Oh, okay.
It's just that. Brian Callen, from my brother in comedy. Very supportive. Yo, Brian Callen, your brother Brian Callen here. Hope you're okay. Fuck these stupid morons who virtue signal like this. Hold your head up and keep your peace. Here for you. Tried to call you, but I couldn't get through. Then he drops his number. Tell Tiffany I love her, and the same thing I said to you. This too shall pass, brother. Brian Callen. Thank you, Brian. I don't know if you listen to this podcast, but thank you, brother. My gratitude is in the air. It's in the spirits. It's in the universe. Hopefully you can receive it and catch it and embrace it.
That was a lot.
Yeah. Just trying to let them know I felt
No, it was nice that some people reached out to you and let you know that,
especially, coming from a fellow comic.
Yeah.
Okay, let me read this one. This is from Junebug Spade. Black Panther trailer. What's good, fellas? Two things I wanted to touch on. First, did I read this?
No.
You sure?
Yep.
First, Black Panther trailer. Aries, you mentioned Shuri giving birth. That's not her. I think I did read this because I do remember him saying this, or maybe I just read it and don't remember reading it. I don't know. Here it is anyway. That's not her. This is actually the birth of the villain in the movie. His name is Namor. He's a character from Atlantis, hence why the birth was underwater. Second, the pastor that you guys had on was a nice guy, but wrong for the episode. He definitely wasn't equipped to handle these type of questions you guys asked. The attempt was great, but he didn't answer many questions. If anything, it seemed like he agreed with a lot of points you and Andy brought up, which defeats the purpose of him being on there. If you can't answer certain questions in a field that you're supposedly familiar with, then you shouldn't step up and try to represent. I suggest you get the pastor that got robbed during the sermon in Brooklyn, LMAO. Lastly, I have a bet for Andy that he can't get through one episode without using the word conversation. He loves that word more than R. Kelly loves performing at Sweet 16 parties. Y'all be cool. I lost Rand Foots during our escape from the plantation again. Junebug Spade. Dude, me and Andy went to the movies yesterday and saw Bullet Train. And we plan to talk about that. Shamar. And they showed the preview for, but what it almost felt like a little bit of a different preview, a little bit more extended than the one I've seen on TV for the new Black Panther called Wakanda Forever. Man, this shit looks good. I so want to see this, man. And I know it's going to feel like the man of the house ain't home, obviously. God rest his soul. But I'm curious to know who the fuck is playing Black Panther. But goddamn, this thing visually looks stunning. And I said this, because of the importance of the moment, the gravity of the moment, we had to go see Black Panther when it first came out. But now in terms of when I look back on it and I saw it 2-3 times after that, was it the most solid story? Was it the most solid of the Marvel movies? Not really. But again, the moment was bigger than that. So this time I'm hoping that the story and the plot and all of that and the writing is a little bit stronger. Because everything else they got covered. Visually, it just looks amazing.
I think the storyline is going to be incredible because it's the sad part, but it's also the good part. I think that they knew they weren't going to have a Black Panther. They knew that in advance.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he.
Are you talking about when Chapman did that interview and he said what he said?
Yeah.
Dude, nobody made that connection until afterwards, obviously. Right. What a brave, sad connection.
To have said that. But I think that I think that the people I have a feeling that some maybe writers or some people, there was more people that were inside that knew what was going on.
Right.
And so they had plenty of time to make this, maybe even with some notes from him. Who knows? I'm just saying that I think that they're prepared for this. I think that this is going to be exceptional because they're answering real questions in real life to pull this off, to make this work. So I think it's going to be pretty outstanding. I'm really looking forward to the storyline that connects our world with the comic book world and to put into Wakanda, because, like you said, visually, that was one of the best looking movies I saw. And the side characters aren't overly developed. All the characters that were around were still, that was going to be developed anyway later.
Yeah.
So I think that this has an opportunity to be one of a real crossover movie, like not just comic book movie.
Right. And something in the trailer that I hadn't seen on TV in the trailer that kind of hit you hard. There's a moment where Angela Bassett says, "I've lost my son. I've lost our king." And it's just like, holy shit. Because just like Andy said, they're speaking to real shit. So yes, it's in the form of the movie, but yes, we lost, a mother lost a son. Black folks, we lost a black king. So that hit home. The one thing I'm concerned about, not that there's any real concern, but like this new movie, Woman King, with Viola Davis, you can't help but see some similarities in the Black Panther. In the sense that, from a cultural, tribal, the African connection in it. I'm wondering if one will take away from the other. I don't think so, right?
I don't think so. I think you were able to make multiple World War II movies and one doesn't take away from the other.
Good point.
I just, as long as they don't lean on something that's already been done and as long as people see them as different, there's no reason for it not to be seen as different. So I'm curious. I'm more curious than excited about that movie.
Woman King?
Yeah.
Are you going to go see it?
I'm definitely going to go see it. It looks like it's it looks really well done.
Yeah.
And honestly, and this might just sound very male, women, I've said this on the pod, women need their own lane when they make these movies and not just rehash something that's been done that men had been in. So if this movie puts something together and it's a woman's movie and a powerful movie, that will be really building that lane. So yeah, I'm interested to seeing it.
The Woman King. I want to see The Woman King.
Oh, and before you go too far on the conversation, because I don't want to lose it, even if I didn't say conversation, we're having a conversation.
There you go.
So that's the reason it comes up, but we don't like to, as we speak about conversations, we don't call it what it is. We just fight with each other because we're not really having conversations. We have arguments because everybody wants to have their talking points online. And it's the worst place to fucking have the only other place is that bad is on the news when they put 4 of the correspondents on so they can all yell at each other and talk over each other. But those are not conversations. So I think maybe you heard me say conversations, but I hope people are understanding what I'm trying to say when I said the conversation, because we ain't having them.
Ali D, thank you. Hi, Aries and Andy. Want to thank you for creating this podcast in the first place. I'm currently working night shifts as a security guard, and no, it's not like the night at the museum type of guard. It's more of the security guard in bumfuck nowhere, preventing crackheads from stealing copper type of guard. And listening to the podcast actually helps me get through these shifts a lot. Kind of feels like you guys are here with me, hanging out, to be honest. Anyways, thanks again, and here's to many more episodes. Thank you, Ali D. Ali D, just for shits and giggles, next time you write in, tell me what your dream is, because you seem like you don't like your job. And I always like to encourage people to go for their dreams, and it's never too late. So I would wonder if you're in a position where you don't like your job, what's stopping you from going for what's in your heart?
You know what I think would be great?
What?
To stop the crackheads from stealing copper off other people's air conditioning units and water lines and everything that they do. Can't we just take them and put them in mines like copper mines and all the mines, and just, you know, there could be a little crack stand out there, but you just give them money. They go in, they actually mine it. They actually do the work instead of just, you know, they go into the little tunnel. They come out with some copper ore, and, you know, they get a few dollars, and they have a choice if they want, you know, a meal or, you know, some more crack. But we employ them. They're doing the work anyway.
Crackheads do amazing things. Don't sleep, man.
I'm serious.
I'm telling you, man.
After the crew leaves, the regular miners leave. You open up at night for the crackhead, the crackhead
crackhead
shift.
coppers.
Yeah, the crackhead copper shift, and they just come in, minimal tools, man, just to pick, and they'll figure it out.
Man.
They'll figure it out.
Man.
They might come out like with all sheets of it, like, or they have to carry it out together, and then reward them. I mean, with some money, and then some some water, some food, and if they still want to, you know, have a little like crack stand.
I don't know who works harder, crackheads or Mexicans. Now, you really gonna get you some shit if you get a crackhead Mexican.
I was gonna say that.
Oh shit. Finally, it's happened to me right in front, and I just can't hide it. Finally, you got the love the way I feel about, and some in love. You know, it's CC's email. You are wrong about Jay-Z. Hey, A&A. Both y'all keep your heads up, and I know all this bullshit will clear eventually. Now, when regards to Jay-Z being bigger than Tupac, Andy is right. And she put that in bold print. The example, Aries, you used, the Hard Knock Life tour kicked off in late 1999 and went throughout 2000. Pac and Biggie both had the game in a chokehold until their deaths in 1996. Pac and Biggie, 1997. There were nobody bigger, which is why the media gassed up the beef between them. Their deaths opened up the lane for artists like Jay-Z, DMX, Eminem, etc. Excuse me. Oof. Also, Jay's Reasonable Doubt, which came out in 1996, was a classic. However, MTV didn't start featuring Jay-Z until he dropped The Blueprint in 2001. I was an MTV/TRL fanatic. I would know because I'd cut school early to see the new Michael Jackson music videos. Anyway, love to hear what you and Andy have to say. I did my homework, Andy, for you, LOL. Much success on the road. Real quick, Andy, how is the wedding coming along? Peace. You got the love, the way I feel about you, Gary Payton, the glove. All right.
Yeah, with the Jay-Z was still popular, but not in the public dome, not in the pop culture yet. He was popular in rap with people who knew what was going on. The 96 drop was a big deal, but it didn't get, like I said, and just confirmed, didn't get the airplay like it wasn't in mainstream. My wedding, which fun.
Before you jump on the wedding.
Okay, I'm going to give you a chance to respond.
But I just, it kills me when people go, had it not been for their deaths. So a great artist like DMX, Eminem, Jay-Z, no one is stopping that. That's a tsunami that's going to happen. Their talent, Eminem, listen, we had other white rappers before Eminem, of course. I ain't gonna say Vanilla Ice, but we had
Third Base.
Third Base, my man MC Search.
Yeah.
We had my man from House of Pain. I don't know his name.
Everlast.
Jump around. We've had who else do we have? The Beastie Boys. But nobody has felt more official to hip hop because of his rap ability, hardcore, skillful rap ability like Eminem. He's the Larry Bird. You know, yeah, the NBA had Bill Walton, they had Pistol Pete, you know, they had white guys, reputable white guys, but Bird is the dude. So you're not stopping an Eminem. You're not stopping a Jay-Z. You're not DMX, because of the gruff and the growl and the aggression, we hadn't heard that before. That kind of energy with that voice was never going to be stopped. So it just bothers me when people go, yo, had it not been for, Stop it.
I don't think that that's what they meant. I think that they said at that time the stranglehold that they had in the movement, in the hip hop movement.
I don't buy that.
I do, because that's who everybody was playing. But but again, it goes back to this. When I said in the mainstream public consumption, the pop culture, that popular culture, they only saw the hits. They saw the big names. All this other stuff was bubbling up and ready to go. And when it hit, it burst. All these guys, it was like a relaunch.
But that's why we refer to the 90s as the golden era of rap, because all of that emerged at the same time. And it was an abundance of just incredible artists when hip hop was at its peak in terms of ability, styles, different various cultures, the South, the West Coast, the East Coast. It all happened kind of like obviously again, East Coast birthed it, started in the East, but by the 90s, everybody had a seat at the table.
But Jay-Z was also known at that time as being the dude who sold more albums with no airplay. He was strictly part of a culture that wasn't getting looked at by the mainstream. It was an underground culture that he was in, and that was his lane. He owned that lane. And it was funny to me because I knew what kind of records he was selling. I was kind of in the outskirts of that industry. I had kind of walked away from it at the time, but it was big. And he wasn't getting that, and because there was also a pushback on hip hop. This is where we are. But when those he would have risen to where he is right now without it. That without a doubt. That's not. I don't think that's the point. But that was where popular culture was stuck right there. That's where they were.
Like I said, my introduction to X, coming home, but you're not. You in the trunk, starting to rot. Hell is hot, 'cause I'm here now, baby. It's going down, baby. Get the full pound, baby. Nigga, that's not stopping it. That's a force.
Yeah, and it would have blown up just as big. It wouldn't have changed.
Woo! Money, power, respect. Him and Jadakiss. Oh my God.
But what also happens is when people do leave because of what happened, that opened up a lot more. People were running. The industry was looking for more. Give me more. Give me more. Because we have to fill this void now.
Right.
So they're not incorrect, but when they're not correct, when they say there wouldn't have happened, it would have happened. There's no stopping Jay-Z. Jay-Z was going to get it no matter what.
Now your wedding.
Oh, it was funny because I said to Tara, somebody brought it up, and she goes, I go, well, I don't think we are not going to get married until 2024. And she goes, 24? Right. You don't think we can get married in 23? I go, we haven't done anything for it. She's working. I mean, my girl works. I have so much respect for her. If I worked that hard, I'd be famous by now. But she works, and we haven't put anything together. So this year we'll put it together, and I think sometime beginning of next year.
To all the Indians that listen to this podcast, it's like, what's going on with the wedding?
You love that word.
What is going on with the wedding? When are you going to have your wedding?
It's going to be small. It's going to be small.
You're going to have a small wedding?
Yeah, and hopefully when we go to Europe right now, find out where we want to go. I want a small wedding and a large
honeymoon.
Honeymoon.
You know, the large honeymoon is in your pants. When you pull it out, you go, "What is that monster, Andy?" It's the honeymoon.
I'm gonna be close to 60 when we get married.
Dude, let me tell you something. If you fuck her hard enough, the honeymoon will be in her mind.
It's 60.
You could fuck her into believing you're in Spain.
It's 60. If I fuck her hard enough, I might break a hip. I just pop it right out of the socket. Spend my honeymoon in the hospital.
Will you caterer be serving curry at your wedding?
No, but the doctor will be speaking that way to me when I go to the hospital.
Oh, you're going to see an Indian doctor?
Yeah, but have you been to the hospital lately?
Oh, that's all there is there.
You know what? And if you have to get a stereotype for everybody who just said I stereotype someone, a doctor is not that's not defamation of character. That's a good fucking thing.
I understand you blew out your hip when you were trying to fuck that. All right. William Johnson, No Nigga Respectfully. Bad Lieutenant came out in 2003 with Nick Cage, not 92, with Harvey Keitel. Wait a minute.
I looked it up.
Are there two Bad Lieutenants?
There is another movie, The Bad Lieutenant.
Then you could be wrong.
The Bad Lieutenant I think he's talking about is with John Travolta.
Okay.
I think.
But the one that I auditioned for was with Harvey Keitel. I was like,
Because I thought you were wrong at first when you first said it, and then I looked it up.
No, because I remember being in New York and I was a kid in 92. Yeah, how old was I in 92? 75, 85.
I remember that movie because that's
10,
a really weird Harvey Keitel movie.
85, 92, 7. Yeah, I was 17. Because I remember I was just comedy.
It's Bad Lieutenant with Harvey Keitel and Brian McElroy.
Right.
And that's 92. The one, it's not Bad Lieutenant thing because that's not coming up. Let me see which one it is with John Travolta.
I'm smart. I don't know what you think you know. We're going to be okay.
Dude, that movie, when he screams and Harvey does that where he's like yelling.
Yeah. Right.
That is, I actually like almost turned off the TV for a second. I go, this is so weird. I'm going to find this other one. Keep going, though.
Greggy Lee. Greggy Lee. Testing 1, 2. Hey, A&A. I can only imagine how flooded the emails may be, trash talking and such. Short and brief. Oh, Louis, he almost made it.
Louis coming.
He hit snooze. Short and brief. You have been there and seen it all. Understanding you are not so much a man in faith. You will be all right. Cheers to you and the years, sir. Years of service in the world of comedy. It ain't over until the big person. Well, I will leave that one alone. Ha. Give Andy a hello for me. Cheers. Formerly known as. There it goes. Did you find it?
No, I haven't found it.
Oh.
I'm going through John Travolta's movies because I'm pretty sure that's who it was. Oh, wait. I can't find it, man.
Okay, don't worry about it.
The one I'm thinking of is not called The Bad Lieutenant. It's The General's Daughter.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's the one with John Travolta. I think Sam Jackson is in that one.
Yeah, I think he is too.
All right. Jamal Cannon. Edison Improv Show. Dear A&A, just wanted to say my wife and I thoroughly enjoyed the show. Copped some merch on my way out. We really needed that laugh on our date night. Andy, awesome set. First time seeing you live and enjoyed the material. Aries killed it from start to finish. You had us talking about that lady who was heckling and her friends almost the whole ride home. I know from previous shows that Aries surveys the crowd before shows, and I also saw Andy roaming about the show. Never seen him in person or at all other than the cartoon pic on the podcast logo, but knew that was him before I knew that was him. Man, look, Aries started out with the transgender jokes, and man, there was a Decepticon sitting right across from us. Seeing that dude in a dress walk in, voice all deep, I was dying when the jokes came out about the ABC LB3 community. It's just jokes, but that dude wasn't making a peep most of the show. Anyways, a pleasure meeting Andy and you. Next time y'all are in the DFW, we will definitely make time to see either one of you or both of you if given the opportunity. Much love, peace, Jamal Cannon. And then he included his picture.
They took with us? Yeah. No, that was... Dude, I met some cool people this week. I really did.
Well, thank you, Jamal. I'm glad you and your lady liked it.
Thanks a lot, man. I had a great time. Great sets out here. The people have been good. Enjoyed myself out here.
Autobots, form. Yes, we must get the Transformers. More than meets the eye. LeBron ship. Dude was right. Andy was also right. Jay didn't blow up until the late 90s. Pac was the 90s. Jay was gaining steam, and by the mid-2000s, he was the man. I'll take Pac over Jay any day. Well, the name like LeBron, that's like choosing LeBron over Jordan.
And I'm not picking which one I like best.
Right.
But, I really like Jay-Z. I really do.
Yeah. So you like Jay-Z more than Pac?
The thing is, but Pac has songs that you're never going to forget. Jay-Z does too, but Jay-Z's more current. So, it's also about our time period. We like current things. We like the new stuff. We like hearing. So there's a lot more that goes into it. But, when you do your Mount Rushmore of comedy, of rap, if you can only do, and you know what, I'm sick of doing Mount Rushmores. 4 isn't enough. I mean, you got to do a top 10 because I mean, when I look at basketball,
right,
I could easily put 10 guys in there and still not have all my favorites in there.
Right,
I could do the same in rap. So I'm tired.
But the
Mount
challenge
Rushmore.
of the Mount Rushmore is who are the best among the truly, who's deserving of the spot.
I don't think 4 doesn't do it. There's too much talent at this point in this life for me to go, these are my best 4, because I can't put 4 anymore. I'm not even going to do that anymore because it's not. Even in basketball, there's a starting 5. Why do I have to pick the 4 best when there's a starting 5?
But that's basketball.
I'm just saying in life.
I know what you're saying, but
I think you got to, even 10 is tough, man. I would have a hard time giving you my 10 best comedians because then, like you said, it also time period, and when you got to throw out everybody who started in the beginning of rap because that wasn't. It didn't hit that way. Right. It hits different than what we have now. So you would be discounting all the people who brought it into the forefront in the first place.
Right.
I mean, do you think Run DMC is supposed to be in? Is that on anybody's top 5? No, but is it on your top 5 because of what they contributed to the culture of
That's
it?
like, look, LL Cool J, because of his longevity, you would go, you got to put him in a top 10. But lyrically, I don't think he's better than Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, or Jadakiss.
No, but so that's why a top 4. But his presence in it and the initial and his sound was you can't do a top. I can't do a top 4 anymore. Fuck it, I'm not even going to try. There's just too much. You know what? I'm very happy to say I have been blessed in a life where I got to experience other people's talents. A few hundred years ago, when you didn't have a way to listen to other people or get all this information about other people, yeah, it'd be easy to put a top 4 together because you saw maybe 4 real people.
Right.
We're blessed to live in a time where we have all of this talent that we get to experience. This is an incredible time that we get to experience all this talent. So that's my new stance.
Somebody sent me this riddle. And I want to see if you get this one.
I won't get it.
Why is everyone getting this wrong? A blind girl lost her pencil, her ring, and also her dog. What did she lose first?
Her sight.
Yep, there you go. You got that one with no problem.
Well, because they said a blind girl lost.
You about to go up next? How much time you got? In 5 minutes you about to go up? Okay.
Yeah, we're almost there, so we'll come up.
Yeah. Okay. Shit, should we end this?
Yeah, we got to end it so we can go do what we want to do here.
Okay.
We got something special coming up on next week's episode, so,
So real quick, give out the dates.
Dates. Damn. These new chairs, man, I don't like it. We're off next week.
But
I'm just saying we're off. I'm just looking at you. I thought maybe you have a comment.
And to the people that know I fuck around on that NBA 2K, your boy's gonna be busy.
There you go.
It dropped this weekend. Michael Jordan on the cover. NBA 2K23, 6-6, North Carolina. You know what I'm gonna be doing. Go ahead.
So you're gonna be playing on 2K like you're Jordan, but you're gonna be drinking and eating like you're Rodman.
Yes.
I love it. The 22nd through the 25th of September, we're going to be at the Raleigh Improv out in Cary, but it's Raleigh. And then on the 30th through October 2nd, we're going to be at Levity Live up in New York, up a little bit up, but not New York State, not city, New York State. Then Aries is going to be at the Brea Improv the 7th through the 9th, the 14th through the 15th. Well, I got these dates mixed up, I think. Hartford is Funny Bone is going to be actually the 14th and the 15th, and I believe the 16th. And Richmond, Virginia, Funny Bone is going to be the 21st and the 22nd. And then I'm back from those areas doing all without me. I'm going to be in London, and I'll be back in time to do the 28th to the 30th at Orlando Improv out in Florida.
All right, FNG Hayes, Judas, Snakes Part 3. He didn't really give me all the right details, but I don't know what this is too. But FNG Haze. The song is called Haze. Enjoy. Oh boy, I'm starting to wait a minute. Is that bacon?
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. If you'd like to know who's responsible for this shit, it was hosted by Ari Spears and Andy Steinberg, produced by Steve Merrick and Anthony Holmes, executive producer, Big Papa, Robert Kelly, and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit SpearsburgPod.com.